like if you have a window shaker. Mm-hmm. And it's not ideal.
I don't know. Do you listen to less music in the summer? Yesterday and today, it's a little warm here in Buffalo.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of places a little warm.
Yeah, in fact, I think the whole north is kind of getting this wave of heat, like 90s plus degrees or something, which is crazy. I mean, what even starts that? Like, I understand the cold air comes down from Canada and whacks us, right? Well, where's the heat come from?
North Carolina.
It's coming up from the south? Yeah, there you go.
Specifically North Carolina.
It's the jet stream.
That's where it's generated?
Yes.
They're making
it's generated.
It's an inverted jet stream, yeah. Yeah, how do they make heat down there?
Nobody knows. It's a big mystery.
Yeah, it's a big secret. Yeah, if anyone knows, let us give a clue on how the climate makes heat.
Oh.
Well, maybe it doesn't.
Yeah. Then again, I don't know why I assume I know how it makes cold, because it just
probably
seems
something
to be
to do
easier.
with like sun and like something rotation.
Yeah.
It's like a orientation
It's
thing.
definitely sun.
Oh.
Something that might be involved.
The equator gets more of a direct beam from the
something.
direct path from that big ball of fire out
There's
there.
probably words.
Yeah. But anyway.
It's plasma, not fire.
Oh, plasma. Okay. Ooh, that sounds fancy. Someone made a plasma speaker once.
Yeah.
It was really just worked on propane, I think, or something. And burned houses down. Nah, it didn't really do that, but it was true, though. Anyway, heat. Heat brings us to more difficulty in listening to things like audio, because electronics generate heat. Headphones make your head sweat when it's hotter out. Tube amps need to go somewhere in the summer. You got air conditioning units running now that keep us cool. We got higher ambient noise. Oh man, we got a lot to cover here with heat.
Heat. Heat's always a problem.
Summer. Yeah.
Because it turns out most people find it easier in the winter to be comfortable, at least inside your house, than they do in the summer. I guess the average house either has better heating system, or it's more even, or people use it more than cooling. It seems common people are uncomfortable in the summer more so than the winter.
Well, you could add a blanket. It's like, put on a hoodie.
Yeah.
You can't
There's
put
options.
on cooling.
Right.
Wow.
If you have multiple people in a household, you could kind of tailor the heating needs based on clothing along with the interior temperature.
Or like in our neck of the woods, we have basements. You go downstairs, it's usually cooler underground.
Well, in the summer, not so much. If you actually have air conditioning running upstairs, usually it's not.
It's
really
cooler than the attic, I'll tell you that.
cool. Okay.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Like if you live on a second story, you're smoking up there, you know.
Anyways, I think the point is we should have a little discussion over how the weather and whatnot affects what you listen to, how things sound, what you want to use, and whatnot.
Yeah.
We sort of talked about this before, but how you feel has an impact on how things sound.
Well, that's true.
If it's sticky, hot, and uncomfortable.
Yeah, right.
Are you going to want it?
Yeah, you don't even want to listen.
Yeah.
Even if you are.
Sometimes you're trading off, I know at shows we have issues like that where the hotel room or whatever gets warm. So we have to turn up the AC, and then you're playing speakers in the room. So the AC's cranking and you're trying to play people music.
Right.
It's a conflict of interest, so
That's
to
right.
speak. You know.
Yeah.
So hopefully it's cooler outside and you can open the door.
Yeah.
That's not always the case.
Headphones probably ain't as bad, though, because with headphones, you've got the music right by your head. So technically speaking, you turn it up a little bit more and you can drown out the outside noise to a certain extent.
Kind of, but it is a bit of a predicament because if you have an air conditioner running and it's making the burring noise, then you're kind of less likely to want to sit down for a long listening session with headphones or speakers. Even if you don't really hear it as much, it's just, at least for me, it's kind of like a little bit annoying just knowing that sound's there and kind of hearing it in between your music and stuff like that. Like if you have a window shaker. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not ideal.
I don't know. Do you listen to less music in the summer? I wonder if
No.
wonder if people change it up.
Maybe.
You're outside
but
more.
Yeah, because you're it's not dark at 5, so.
Yeah, I definitely.
Right.
Yeah,
well, that helps.
Yeah, so
That's
it's
true.
8 o'clock. You're indoors for hours already, and you're already listening to music in the winter. Right?
Typically, there's more to do in the
Yeah.
summer, right?
So,
It's nicer outside for longer. It's comfortable outside, usually at night. And in the winter, well, what are you going to do if there's snow on the ground, if it's cold and windy or whatever?
Of course,
Outside is kind of frumpy.
if you live in Hawaii, you don't even know what the hell we're talking about because I think it's
Right,
the same
then it doesn't
temperature all year, right?
Well, then, yeah.
Well, there are regions, of course, like that.
Yeah.
And I guess it
Tropical.
matters a little less.
Yeah.
But in areas where they have differences in seasons, which
Yeah,
is a
right.
pretty good portion of the globe.
I wonder if we'd be bored if we lived somewhere where it was like a constant 80, dropping to 75 at night.
Well, smidge off topic, but yeah,
You know?
it does seem to be the case where in regions where it's always hot, people really like cold. And in regions where it never rains, people like rain. But if it always rains, you're going to hate rain, right?
right.
Come to think of it, we don't send a lot of product to Hawaii generally. I mean, considering,
Nobody needs
I
it.
mean, there's a lot of states that don't get a lot of product, but
Yeah.
Hawaii doesn't seem to be like a big
They
market.
do though, but yeah, it's
You know?
not one of the
And
big
it
ones.
might be because they always have nice weather and they're
Yeah.
always outside. And you think about it, if you're always at a certain temperate climate, always, I don't know. Would you listen to less music? Would you not even bother with it? Maybe. I don't know. Are you a more outdoor setting where, you know, you're going, bands are playing live. And I mean, there's a lot, I guess, that sets itself up when the weather's nice and people go outdoors for activities. We were just visiting a small town, East Aurora, near us. And they had an outdoor thing with a band on a Tuesday night.
On Tuesday.
And yeah, it's like it's kind of cool. Just somebody, I think, playing guitar or whatever. But bottom line is that there was 150 so people there, you know, out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Probably the locals hear the music playing, they all walk to it. So they're not listening to headphones.
Uh-huh.
And that ain't happening in December.
Yeah, definitely not. Yeah, yeah. Well, you could do it, but it'd be
Well, yeah, technically.
your
but-
fingers would hurt playing strings, that's for sure. Among other things. I don't know how long you could blow in a horn with that cold air.
You see people talking about this a bit more with things that emit more heat, like computers.
Mhm.
They make adjustments for the winter, accommodations. I've seen people say they like have a different overclock for summer versus winter to put a little less heat into their room, which I guess makes sense, especially if you either don't have air conditioning or if you have air conditioning that's inadequate and you have your computer in an upstairs room and it's always 85 degrees Fahrenheit in there, which is quite hot. Then yeah, you would try to do what you can to save a little bit of heat output. But with headphones, with personal audio, I wonder how much of an impact that is. You don't see as much people talking about that sort of thing. But I would speculate if you have window air conditioners, people are more likely to either not want to listen to their system or switch to closed back or something like that. That is a little bit better attenuation.
Well,
from
what
the
you're
outside
suggesting is
environment.
they have AC in maybe one or two rooms, not the entire place.
Yeah.
So I guess probably what you
Well,
would
the
do
noise.
is move your music to that room. I guess
Well,
you'd have to
it's
move
like,
things.
Yeah, listen to it till it becomes too uncomfortable. And then,
Yeah.
Shorter listening sessions, I guess.
Yeah.
I wonder how people adapt.
I don't know. I mean, characteristically, in the past, I know, in being in the audio industry for decades, summers tend to be slower for audio industry in general
Right.
than the rest of the year. Although that has had exclusions the last few years
It's a
because of
little messy now,
other
yeah.
things. Yeah, so there's no telling. We could be busy as hell in August, but bottom line is that typically, I
Typically,
think
you see a
people-
huge slowdown.
people
in
go
summer.
outdoors,
Yeah.
vacation.
It makes sense.
Yep.
You're less incentivized to want to buy. And, well, if most people bought in the winter where they were encouraged to do so, I guess there is also less demand in the summer because you kind of sort of pushed it over to one season.
Yeah, it's a cycle.
Yeah.
The
To some
audio
extent,
cycle.
A little bit, yeah.
Well, now we got some new toys. We'll be in Chicago this weekend, and we're going to have some new toys. And, you know, I mean, expensive. I shouldn't even call them toys. This is nice gear. You know, the Lena stuff and
Yeah.
from DCS and stuff. And so people are going to, first time they're going to be able to hear this in the public because it's only been in few reviewers' hands and stuff all over the world. No one's actually be able to sit down and listen to this. So that might spur a little interest in the summer for, you know, new gear type
Well,
thing.
sometimes that happens, right? There's a anticipated release or there's a product that comes out that fills a need perfectly and it could kind of reinvigorate demand. But I think in general, yeah, people are less likely to listen to music in the summer, at least spend a long time. And if you're really not sitting down, putting a lot of effort into it, well, how likely are you to want to buy new products?
Yeah, it's more likely to wind up on some short list of yours.
Yeah, you'll
for
think
the
about
fall.
it later. Yeah, when you have time, when
absolutely.
you have something, when you don't have something better to do. I
But the
should say.
beauty of solid state gear like that is it doesn't get hot.
Oh yeah,
Well, it does.
It
but
runs pretty cool though.
It's more efficient.
Yeah.
generally speaking, not a lot of heat output. Headphone systems are pretty easy to cool usually very low output.
Yeah, I think you need a separate AC wall unit if you're going to run a big
Well-
tube amp, and especially like monovox.
Yeah.
Holy shit, they throw some heat.
Yeah.
Remember we used to do shows with the once in a while we did a trade show with tube speaker amps. Oh,
Brutal.
man. Yeah, I mean you'd be surprised. I mean when they're full
Yeah,
crank,
these
you
are
could just warm your
regular
hand above
hotel
it.
rooms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are big amps too. We're talking about this, but yeah, they could get
Yeah, I remember one time
Jeez.
at one show. Yeah, we went into a room and it was like, it was like 90 degrees in there.
They couldn't cool it.
No, well, they didn't want to turn the AC on because
Oh.
it was too loud.
Right.
It was they were Past Labs Class A monoblocks, and we're like, man, you guys know it's really really hot in here, and they're like, yeah, nothing we can do about it though.
They probably had a custom 240 line run to that one.
No, they weren't at high power.
They weren't the big ones?
It was like, well, they were Class A, so
Right.
it's like 100 watts or something.
Yeah.
It's trouble though, because what do? Do you sit there, get hot and uncomfortable, or do you have the noise machine on cooling you down?
It's a trade-off is what
Right?
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could get a quiet air conditioner, but those are kind of hard to get.
Yeah. Well, not only that, when you get a group of people in a room at the same time,
Well,
all
yeah.
that body heat being radiated,
Oh yeah.
you can't wait to open the door and let everyone out.
Yeah, and then it's like if you close the door because
Yeah.
it's like noisy outside, then you
Yeah.
compound the problem even more.
Shows are a no-win scenario when
Yeah.
it comes to heat.
Yeah.
Well, we've been in. We do Rocky Mountain, and if it's warmer there at that time of year, which is what October.
October, yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes you get a warmer day there, and
Yeah.
the sun's beating on the freaking hotel room, and yeah, you could barely cool the place if you get some amplification in there.
Yeah, well, that's
So-
the thing. Especially if you have like 7 different amps.
Yeah,
Normally
right.
at your own house, you have 1 amp on. You
Yeah.
don't have 7 headphone
Yeah,
systems.
room full of electronics,
Yeah.
all on,
Yeah.
full on, plugged in.
Well, at your own house, you could make it work.
Yeah.
You could put a bigger air conditioner in, or
Yeah.
Well,
put
think
2
that's-
window units in.
I think that's the thing you got to do. I think people, if you don't think about it, which I probably do because I always listen in the same room.
yeah.
But if that room gets too hot in the summer, I guess you need to adapt. Need to move to a cooler spot.
Pre-cool the room lower than
maybe.
you would find comfortable.
Yeah.
Now, what we need to do is move towards
Turn it down
Yeah.
more.
much
in the
more
morning.
efficient ground source heat pumps.
Ah,
Yeah.
Yeah, in the U.S., very poor adoption.
Drill a lot of holes.
Who did the video on that? Who was that guy? The guy that does the toaster video.
oh yeah.
Him.
Technology connections.
Technology Connections. Yeah. He did a video on heat pumps.
I didn't see this.
It's great.
Yeah.
Go watch it.
Yeah.
It's a lengthy one.
Mhm.
I think he has 2 actually.
Yeah.
Well, you're
There's
into
one
that
on,
kind
like,
of stuff.
Technology Connectors.
Yeah.
Well, he's preaching the Bible out there.
Mm.
He's really doing the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he knows what he's talking about.
Seems like
sometimes.
complicated systems, but it's really just a
Very
bunch
simple.
of pipe in the
It's a
ground.
hole in the ground. Yeah.
It's a hole in the ground. Yeah.
That's the hard part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go. That and,
And then
20
you're good.
grand will get you one.
Yeah.
You get one of
Or
those.
more than 20. I think it's like
No, yeah.
35, 40
Well, see,
yeah, for a home.
what this does is it enables lower cost cooling, and that tends to mean people are more likely to use it.
Mm,
So you're comfortable.
yeah.
Yeah. You could also do it quietly too.
I remember seeing one of those in a home. It was one of these energy efficient homes a few years, number of years ago. It's a beast of a box in the basement that.
Well, it's the outdoor
operates
unit and
this
the
thing.
indoor unit all in one.
Yeah, it's a bit of a beast. I'm like, wow, it's with a lot of crap.
Well, yeah. It's
leaving.
like you're taking your outdoor
Okay.
air conditioning unit. And
Well,
putting it in
it
your
probably
basement.
also
Yeah.
did water.
right.
hot water.
It was-
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, they're usually
right.
combined,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was a definitely all-in-one type unit, and but yeah, it looked rather, I don't know, complicated.
Well, it's like
But-
boilers and stuff look
Yeah.
very complicated.
it is
I mean, they're
efficient.
relatively simple though, but
Yeah.
a lot of
Efficient and
pipes.
reliable.
Yeah. So you get one of those, and you can listen to anything you want all year round.
I mean, you can get an air source heat pump too. That's
Yeah,
fine.
There you
air
go.
source heat pumps work too. A lot easier to install. You just put them on the ground.
And then you could be comfortable
Yeah.
in quiet rather than hearing this like rattling coming from your windows.
Well, there you have it.
Yeah.
We solved the world
We
problem
solve
with
the
heat.
problems.
Yeah.
it's not exactly the cheapest solution or easiest.
Yeah.
But
Well, it can be impractical, especially if you're renting.
Well, the other thing that you could do too is you got to consider having ice,
What?
a lot of ice.
with a fan, like 1927.
No, with a
I
bunch
think
of
you
cold beers in
misunderstand
it.
how much
Oh,
ice
oh.
you need. Okay,
Oh,
that would
yeah.
be effective.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
works.
Cold beverages.
Oh,
Yeah.
drink cold
ice
beverages.
cold. Like take cool the core of your body, and then listen to music. Problem solved. You got about 10 minutes.
Huh.
Ready? Go.
You can get those desktop ice makers. Those are pretty cool. Make a lot of ice.
Cold drinks definitely help. Thanks for watching, everyone. Thumbs us up if you like this stuff. Take care of yourselves.